Okay, good morning, one and all. I think so. You all are excited to attend this session for past 1 week onwards. We keep sharing different images in our WhatsApp group. Okay. My sincere request: next 2 hours, you please mute your mobiles and, if possible, switch off your mobile, or else you just stay away from your mobile. Okay. And if you are finding what are the points, if you are finding some important points, you just make a note. Okay, so I'm also excited to start this class for past 1 week onwards. Okay, be committed. Few instructions to start this class. Be serious and passionate about learning. Take notes and don't skip the class, because uh, as Sai promised, we are going to give 3 days of free session classes. This free three section, this 3 days, you'll understand what and all you need to learn. Okay. During this class, don't keep the mobile with you, and don't join the class through mobile, because if you are joining the class through mobile, it is very small screen. Check your online link, and your audio must be mute condition. Try to join the class sharply by 8:15. Be open mind and patience. If you are having any questions, hold your questions till end of the session. We'll discuss each and everything. And you need to change your mindset. Stop listening. You are ready to talk. If you're really aspiring that, if you're expecting SAP FICO job, means you need to change your mindset. Okay, instead of listening, whenever you are changing your mindset from listening to talking, definitely you will get confidence. If you're not having patience for next 3 months, these classes are not for you. Okay. Remember, you are attending this class for you, not for me, since this is an online session and nobody is watching you. So you are connecting the system, leaving the session. Don't do like that. Okay. As I'm telling that this class is exclusively for you. So uh, don't stay away from, like, you just start on the system and don't go. Stay there and you listen. Okay. And also try to check your internet connections. And guys, still I'm getting some background noise. Please uh, try to check your internet networks. Okay, don't leave the session if you I have internet connection. By chance, from my end, if any issues are there, within a short time, I'm going to rejoin by using my hotspot. Okay. And please check your internet, like your laptop chargings properly. Everything you just check. Okay. The whole concept designed exclusively for SAP FSO job seekers. Okay. The entire course takes at least a minimum 3 months. I respect your time and patience. Those who are not having uh, patience or stamina, so why this classes? If you feel that these classes are not for you, please quit now itself. Okay. I'm not going to stop you if you want to take any screenshots or recordings. It is your wish. But honestly, I'm telling that whatever the slides I'm showing, which is not relevant to take screenshots. So whatever necessary screenshots or videos or recordings or notes, definitely I'm going to give to all my students. If you wanted to listen this class again and again, you may choose your own choice. Like if you are having your own recordings, you can do yourself. Okay. We also having recordings, but whether we need to give it to our students or not, we haven't decided. Me and Sai need to think on that. After our conclusion, we are going to finalize whether we are going to share these recordings to our students or not. Okay. My request: you need to focus on the class, understand the topic. If you follow this training very seriously and grab the relevant knowledge strictly, means definitely I'm assuring you, you're going to get your SAP FSO job. If your aspiration is SAP FSO job, means you should be ready to take sessions in the weekends. It is mandatory that those who are willing to join this class after 3 days, so they are ready to speak this class. Like Monday to Friday, I'm going to explain the topics, and Saturday, Sundays, you need to talk. So if you want to get SAP FSO job, means all the things are very, very important. Your communication skills, perfect vision about accounting entry system. what is your debit and credit. Wherever you're trying to post the transactions, you need to understand the accounting system. You need to understand the business process. The business process going forward, I'm going to tell what is mean by business process. Okay. Whenever you are working as a team, you should be in a position to debate with your colleagues, not argue. Okay. So why it happens, how it happens, you need to discuss with among your friends, and it's a friendly discussion kind of thing. Okay. Understand the configuration. So whenever you are doing any kind of during your practice, you need to understand the configuration and focus on your learning ability. Apply your own logic. Say example, when you are attended your existing classes, whatever the faculty taught, you take that concept and you need to use your own logic. When you are talking with your friend, when you're checking in YouTubes, when you're checking in Google. So that time the faculty used to tell their own way of explanation. But when you are ready to give a explanation in front of the interviewer or in front of our class, so you need to use your own logic. Just don't do cut and copy and paste kind of things. And wherever you feel it is important, you just take a notes. Be curious and shameless to ask. If you like, already many people are lagging to get SAP FSO job because they're shy and they're scary, or they're fear. Because of that reason, if I ask small doubt, maybe other people are going to laugh. Don't think like that, because if you're not asking if you're not asking your question in front of all the people, or else at least if I need to give any solution, you need to talk to me. Okay. Be curious and shameless to ask any questions. Do the configuration and testing. So the configuration is, for example, whatever the configuration you're going to do. So what are the configuration you are going to do? Basically, how it will happen? First, we need to understand the business logic. What is mean by understanding? Whether either it is general ledger accounting, AP, AR, asset accounting, bank accounting. Similarly, CCA, cost center accounting, cost element accounting, PCA, profit center accounting, internal order PC, broadcasting, COPA. Okay. So what are the concepts whenever you are going to do any kind of practice? First, try to understand what it is. If I'm not going to do general ledger accounting, what is the back end impact? So if I'm not going to do account payable, what is the back end impact? What if I'm not going to do account receivable? What is the back end impact? Why I'm going to create a general ledger accounting? So general ledger accounting, which is using to design your enterprise structure. It is a main ledger. Whenever you do any kind of transactions into any of your subledger, the transactions are posting into that area and automatically it comes to your general ledger accounting. So once the data comes to your general ledger accounting, from here you are going to prepare your profit and loss account, balance sheet, all those things. Your cash flows, fund flows, different kind of legal requirement, everything which we are going to do once the data comes from different modules to general ledger accounting, there only you are going to do this one. Account payable, the purpose of account payable is purely for payables. To whom you are making the payment? Why you need to make the payment? So when you are going to make the payment, you need to understand, like, is it a regular vendor or one-time vendor or a local vendor or affiliated vendor, or what exactly, to whom you are making the payments? Okay, what is the what is the vendor bank account? Okay, what is the payment terms? So once you understand the concept, based on that, we can able to do this configuration. What you need to do is first understand the concept, later practice in system. So what you're going to do, R to R kind of things. What is mean by R to R? First record, you're going to do basic configuration. What do you mean by basic configuration here? First of all, we need to do the basic settings. Thereafter, master data. Master data, thereafter, you're doing day-to-day transaction. That means postings, then reports. Record to reporting. So every area, whether general ledger accounting, account payable, account receivable, bank accounting, or asset accounting, or even though in controlling also, you need to do some basic configuration. Once you have done this basic configuration, you have to create a master data, and after that, you are going to post the transaction. Then finally, it is reports. So you need to understand the logic. Once you understand the logic, easily can able to you will understand and you can able to explain in front of others also. You have to practice like that. So my faculty explained today company code, chart of account, blah blah blah. So that I also did all those things. So before going to do that, why I need to do? You have to why I need to do. You have to focus on that, and later, guys, who is this? Prasad. Uh, So whenever you're going to do any kind of practice, first try to understand the concept. Later, the same concept everywhere. You have to do some basic settings. After that, master data, and you have to post the transaction reports. If you feel this concept is tough, definitely it is tough. If you understand every area, the logic will be same. So do the configuration and testing. Whenever you're going to do any kind of configuration, first try to understand and practice. One task at a time. Don't do multiple tasks. For example, uh, if you started configuration of one company, let it complete till end of the sessions. So you got error, you try to resolve that issue, then you go further. So I got error up to I started configuration of general ledger accounting. I went up to some extent. When you find error, immediately you are stopping that company code. You are going to create one more company code. Ideally, I'll suggest that those who are looking for SAP FSO opportunities, first you need to practice perfectly into ECC system. Later only you need to go for HANA systems. Okay, explore the backend. Why I'm going to do all the things. Have patience. And in addition to that, if you are looking for SAP FSO professional, you should understand the no you need a knowledge in the areas of Excel, Visio, and PowerPoint. All are very must and should. You need to learn all the things. And first of all, everyday practice some affirmations. By default, all this should come in your mind. So example, what is mean by affirmations? It is going to give a positive attitude. I'm capable answering the questions thoughtfully, deserving the opportunity I have received, and excited to have meaningful conversation. What does it mean? Is because whenever, for example, if I'm going to ask any questions to any of you guys, simply telling that I did not prepare and I'm going to prepare tomorrow, and you can take the interview tomorrow. When the interviewer, the HR person or consultants people called you and they are ready to arrange the interview, don't skip that topic. Don't skip that interview, because if you are skipping the interview, many people who are running behind you, so they are going to grab the opportunities. So whatever you feel like it is going to create your positive energy. So whenever you're going to your day should start with the affirmation. I'm capable for answering the questions thoughtfully, deserving the opportunities I have received, and whatever the opportunities I have received, I'm ready to grab it. Excited, meaningful conversation. I'm creating my career's path. I'll be happy. I'll be bumpy, but worthwhile journey. I'll find success. I'll as long as I keep. So what does it mean is all are your positive vibrations. So for your understanding, I just kept a few affirmations. Okay. So whatever you felt, it is good for your relaxation of your mind. You just create that one. Every day read that one. The positive energy, you have to create that positive energy. Then only you can able to success in the life. First of all, who is eligible for SAP FSCO jobs? Okay. Minimum, like many people are crazy about SAP FSCO jobs. So all people are not going to get SAP FSCO jobs. Who are going to get a job means if the person is graduate, they need to wait minimum 5 years. After that only, then only they need to do for SAP FSCO job trials. Those who are postgraduates, what you need to do is need to keep domain experience from your graduation to post graduation. From your post graduation onwards, you have to keep your SAP experience. If you're any of you are having chart accountants or ISW candidate or CS, IAM, ITs, only those people are going to get fresher opportunities. Not for all the people. Try to remember this one very clearly. Everybody is going to, every person is not going to get fresher opportunities. Definitely, I understand that many people are having a doubt that if I'm fresher, how I'm going to get an opportunity. I'm going to tell for that also. There are few folks already working for SAP FSCO job and they're looking for a change from the current organization to next organizations. So whenever you are planning to change your organizations, what you need to learn, what you need to think is your ECC knowledge is not enough. You need to know about the latest changes into HANA, and also you should have some demand niche modules like central finance, revenue account reporting, real estate module, business revenue, innovation management, something, and group reporting, contract accounting, joint venture. So in addition to UCC and HANA, you need to learn some other modules. Then only your profile will be having a weightage. So then only you'll be having a weightage of your profile. Okay. You required you need a hard work, you need a talent, attitude, commitment, patience. So whenever you are having these skills, definitely you're going to get a job. The mandatory thing, 16 years education is mandatory for IT opportunities, plus domain experience in accounts and finance. Minimum you have to practice 10 company codes. So whenever you practice 10 company codes, definitely your confidence will be peaks. Minimum you have to focus on 6 hours. So just attending in short and after completion of that course, trying for SAP FSCO job means honestly I'm telling that you are not going to get a job. If you're every day, if you're putting 6 hours seriously on SAP, damn sure after 3 or 6 months, definitely you are able to crack the interviews. And I added you into this so many different WhatsApp groups. When you are there into these WhatsApp groups, you need to call those people and like whoever is having interest. So you need to talk to those people and create the network properly. Those who are having very seriously, only chit-chatting people or don't entertain such kind of people. After completion of your SAP FSU course, minimum 1 year patience are required. Maybe after completion of the course, within 3 months you may get, 6 months you may get, or 1 year you may get. But when you're not having patience for 1 year, definitely it is not that much easy that immediately you are going to get a job. And you should have a fair knowledge in the areas of S4HANA. So whoever is having these skills, they only eligible for SAP FSO jobs, not all others. And there are a few folks already after completion of their graduation, they did SAP FSO job and they're still looking for an opportunity. So if you're looking for an opportunity, what you need to do is first you need to learn the SAP FSO topics perfectly. The practice is mandatory for everybody. Start thinking to work in different IT companies such as like Accenture, Capgemini, PwC, KPMG. There are so many IT companies who are giving an opportunity in the areas of P2P cycle, O2C, R2R, AEC. There are different kind of financial sectors are there. You need to join into that organizations. Once you once you started working into that organizations, you need to take that experience as a SAP experience, and you can try. After 2 to 3 years of your experience, your background verification problems won't be there, and parallelly you'll start earning. One way you are earning money for your survival. Second, you are going to get a knowledge also. Whenever you're doing all the things, definitely, whenever you're going to do all the things, definitely you're going to get an opportunities. And second option, those who already completed their SAP FICO course and who are having gaps. So what you need to do is you start explaining, be like a faculty, be like a lab coordinator. Whenever you're working like that, there are several people who start asking questions to you. So whenever they're asking questions to you, you start explaining the topic. So when you're talking with different people, your knowledge will be increased. You try to take the class for 1%, 2%. Charge money. Don't give any free services. So that indirectly you are going to earn money. And though till you get a job, and those who are not having any knowledge, instead of wasting your time, start working some accounting firms, preferably for manufacturing industries. Okay, whenever you're working into manufacturing companies, you are understanding different modules, like what sales people are doing, what procurement people are doing, what HR people are doing. So unless until if you're not having knowledge into that areas, getting a job is difficult. Once you get the job, also survival also difficult. And so far, there are few folks who knows me, and still it is my responsibility to know about your trainer. Myself, I'm Bhaskar. I have around 17 plus years of IT experience in SAP FSCO. And during this 17 years of experience, I have been worked into almost five end-to-end implementations, 16 rollout, and more than 30 support projects I handled. I have an experience in manufacturing industries, food industries, ISL, beverages, banking sector, government sector, FMCG. These are the different IT sectors I worked during these 17 years. Okay. In addition to that, I have around 11 years of domain experience, wherein I worked for manufacturing industries and microfinance organizations. Okay. This is my qualification. I have done MBA, MCOM, and okay, this is my qualification. On top of that, I have completed my FI professional certified CO, Treasury, Activity Methodology, Central Finance, Project Systems. I have done all these certifications. In addition to that, since I'm into project managerial areas, so that it is mandatory that I need to do some managerial trainings also. I have done ITL certification. Since long time, I'm thinking that I want to start up this PMP and Six Sigma certifications. Since time is not allowing me to look into that areas, so those PMP and Six Sigmas are planning very shortly. So whatever I said that whether I'm because whenever you are attending any faculties, wherever you are going for any kind of institute, first of all, you should know about your trainer also. Because unless until if you don't know your trainer properly, there is a possibility to cheat. Okay. So whether they are, whenever you're attending the class, whether you, if you feel, is it a genuine subject, whether the person is giving genuine subject or not. Otherwise, when you are checking their certifications, all the things, definitely that person is the right person. So welcome to the FICO interview and job orientation advanced program. The purpose of this program to educate and knowledge sharing to all the job seekers how to get SAP job, and it helps to survey job. Like once you finish this course, you will get a job, and after getting a job, you are going to survive in the market. Okay. So for that, what you need to do, be proactive, create your network without hesitation, ask your requirement. You need to change your mindset. So during this 3 months, what exactly we are going to cover in this 3 months? Okay. First of all, I'm going to talk about different kind of industries, how manufacturing sectors are working, how banking sectors are working, how service industries are working. So I'll give a glimpse idea. Like, because unless until if you're not having any knowledge of this one, when you go for real-time interviews, people may not ask your first round, they may be asking your day-to-day questions. When you go for second round interviews, people start asking about some business related questions. That time, people are failure. Okay, so due to that reason, I'm going to cover to explain about the different kind of industries. So each and every area, whenever I'm explain a topic, I'm going to explain about the accounting system and complete overview of FICO module. Whatever the course which you did so far, the topics, entire thing, I'm going to revise the topics. So most of you guys are thinking that I know this knowledge. Again, why I need to go for learning? Okay. The reason behind that, if I'm telling if I'm asking small question, what is mean by chart of accounts? Out of 100 people, 90 people are going to tell list of general ledger is nothing but a chart of accounts. List of general ledger is nothing but a chart of accounts. Because how you know this answer? Probably your faculty might explain you, or else you search it in Google, or you search it in YouTube, or you discuss with your friends, or you read some articles, something. So based on that, you understand that terminologies. But what exactly the meaning of chart of account? The chart of account, which is using the framework of your accounting structure. With the help of chart of account, you can able to design the GL account length, language. With the help of chart of account only, I can able to integrate the values from FI module to CIVA module. So whenever you're explaining the answers like that, definitely the interior, you can able to impress the interior. So each and everything, like what is the difference between business area and profit center? What purpose you are going to create a field status group? Say example, field status group means what fields are required in during our day-to-day transactions. With the help of field status group, I can able to select some fields. But the reality would be something different. How are you going to finalize the fields? So since my faculty taught me that you need to create a business, text is required, value field is required, business area is required. If you are preparing like that, if you are telling the like that, if you want to create some more fields, how are you going to customize that? What exactly as a functional consultant, what is your role? So most of you guys already did SAP ECC course, and whenever you are trying to attend these jobs, people are telling that, do you have any knowledge into HANA? So immediately when you go for any institute, they're telling that, yes, in our institute, we have a good experienced faculty who are going to teach in HANA systems, so that people are jumping into. So again, they want to loot the money from the students. Conceptually, there won't be any functional wise, there won't be any difference between ECC and HANA. The look and feel, the latest add-on features are there into HANA. Gap analysis. What is mean by gap analysis? Prior to using SAP system, the client might be using Oracle system, JD Edwards system, PeopleSoft system, or their own, they have been developed their own different kind of systems. So whenever they're trying to book any kind of transactions into that system, sorry, they used to post the transaction in the existing system. So whenever they're changing from old system to new system, there are a lot of differences are there. So that differences you need to understand. So whenever you understand the differences, you can able to fulfill in SAP system. Cut our activities. Before moving the changes to production, we have to do some uh, production related activities. For example, master data, your transaction data, okay, your roles and responsibilities, your background jobs. So there are certain things, because once you hand over the system to business, they are going to use production system. So before handling the system, the live data should be replicated in the production system. So what it is, we'll discuss as part of this cutover activities. Functional specification explanation. Because whenever the standard reports are not suitable for business, that time you are going for, we are going to develop a new reports. So who is going to develop that new reports means ABAP is going to develop the reports. So whenever ABAP is going to develop any kind of reports, that time you have to give some logic. So how are you going to give this logic? You need to prepare some documentation. In the documentation, you are going to write each and every requirement. So what is that function specification? What is that function specification document? Okay, we'll talk on that. Initial uploading. So initial uploading means uh, during your testing, you hardly may be creating a 10 GL accounts or 20 GL accounts. Similarly, vendors, customers are assets. But when you are going to hand over the system to business, that time you supposed to prepare lot of you supposed to prepare the old system data. Old system data need to replicated into the production system, which is nothing but initial uploading. How the data is coming from old system to new system, you need to understand. Different kind of uploading tools. What is that different kind of uploading tools? There is LSMW, LTMC, BDC, BADI, BAPI, user exits. So there are DMC, migration cockpits. Okay. So there are different kind of uploading tools are there. That there you should have a knowledge. Month and year end activities. So if I'm not going to close my month if I'm not going to close my books, we cannot able to find our current month profit and loss. So to achieve such kind of things, every month you need to prepare, you need to close your books. Similarly, whenever you are not changing your books, so whenever your financial year is changing, so what are your GL balances are there? You need to carry forward from old year to new year. Okay. So that and also your GL all GL accounts need to be transferred. Your vendor balances need to be transferred. Your asset values need to be transferred. So lot many things are there. So that you need to understand about year-end activities. Different type of testings. So before handling the system, we have to do several testings. So unless until you first you yourself need to satisfy. After that, you need to test your cross module people testings. Okay. And whenever you're going to develop any kind of G development or Y developments, that time we need to do different kind of testings that we'll discuss. Okay. New general ledger accounting. So there is a already general ledger accounting is there. So still there are many features which are not there into the existing GL account. To fulfill such kind of to fulfill the client requirement and legal requirement, SAP introduced one more concept called the new GL accounting. So with the help of new GL accounting, you will understand what is mean by document splitting, parallel ledger accounting, real-time integration between CO and FI, segmental reporting, accelerated reporting. Okay, so that concepts everything you should understand very clearly. And also whenever this HANA came into picture, they are giving additional add-on feature, which is nothing but they introduced the new table called AC Doka, which is nothing but universal general ledger. It is a single source of truth wherein uh, you have additional ledgers also there, such as like extension ledger or simulation ledger. So what is that? You need to understand. So each and every countries are following a different kind of taxation. One is direct tax and another one is indirect tax. Okay. So the direct tax, which is nothing but withholding tax or income tax. Okay. GST is whatever the services which you are doing to your customers or vendors, that time there should be some taxation. So what is that GST? What are the different kind of rates are there? Whenever you're going to submit the rate, whenever you're going to submit the uh, inform this your tax information to government authorities, you need to understand the different kind of forms and how these GST concepts are automatically uh, transferred into the government portals. That you need to understand. IDOCs. To connect between two different kind of systems, we are using the concept called IDOCs. Okay, validation and substitution. So whenever user is trying to do some mistakes, unknowingly when he's trying to post any kind of transactions, so that time without our knowledge, there is a possibility that errors may come. So to avoid such kind of errors by using validation substitutions, we can able to replace that. We can able to rectify that problems. Okay, and whenever we need to go for any kind of implementation, you need to uh, we need to follow certain methodologies like SAP methodology, Activate methodologies, or Agile methodology, waterfall methodology. Okay, so what exactly this methodology, what exactly we are going to do in each and every stage? Basically, it is like a roadmap where it starts, where it ends. That is we are going to discuss as part of project methodology. How to build SAP network. Okay. So I used to tell many people use your network to talk different people, but you're not doing. Whoever is attending in my course, so I'm going to build a network. For example, 10 people are there in my group, in my batch. Three people or two people, every three people I'm going to keep a group. So you three people need to discuss among yourself, and weekend whenever you are going to give. ಅದೇ ಅಡಿಗಾರ ಕೇಮಾಡಿಗಾರ ಅಡುಗೆ. So how to build your SAP network, since you guys are not talking with your friends and you are having a hesitation to talk with your friends, that hesitation I'm going to overcome. Like I'll be there in each and every WhatsApp group. So in addition to that, whoever is there in the WhatsApp group, every day you need to practice, and whenever you're practicing, whenever you get some time, whenever I see that messages, I'm going to support you. Okay, you three or four people need to discuss among yourself, and weekend you need to give a reverse presentation, so that you are having that network support that I'm going to build from my class. Interaction with the cross module consultants, because FI means only FI. If you're having only FI module, your SAP is not. You are not going to create a proper reporting into your system. For your FI module, you require cross modules like module, sales module, HR module, PP module, CO module. So all the modules are also having equal importance. Whenever they are trying to book any kind of transaction into that areas, the data is transferring to your finance books. So why we need to discuss with the different module consultants, that we will discuss. And understanding about RICEFs, what is mean by RICEFs? R stand for reports, I stand for interfaces, C stand for conversion, E stand for enhancement, F stand for forms, W stand for workflow. So whenever you are going to work any kind of whenever you are going to work with ABAP, we will work only these RICEF concepts. So when you are going to use a or when you are going to use I, when you are going to use C, that each and every topic I'll explain you in detail. And if when you are keeping some wrong experience in your profile, the interviewer might be asking that, can you please tell me some toughest issue which you faced? How did you handle that one? That they'll ask that. Interview oriented explanation, both FI and CO. What is mean by interview oriented explanation means, for example, how to talk about automatic payment program, how to talk about UAC process, how to talk about MMFI integration. That I will explain the concept and I'll ask you to talk. Say an example. If somebody is asking, can you please explain me about FI and MM integration or P2P cycle? What is your answer? There is a purchase order, there is no entry. MyGo, that time system is posting that entry. Inventory account data to GRR account. MyRo, GRR will be debit and vendor will be credit. Payment, vendor will be debit, bank clearing account. That's all maximum people are telling. You need to talk about what is the importance of OMSK, OMJJ, OM, OBYC. Okay. So when there is a difference between procurement, your purchase order material and your inward material, both are different. So that time, when there is a difference between your procurement, during your procurement, how system is going to address such kind of things? We also need to work with the technical modules like ABAPer and basis consulting. On what situation you are going to work with ABAPers and basis consultants, project explanation and implementation, each and every phase, what is your role and how did you handle that one? Because we have different kind of projects like implementation, supports, rollout, migration, what it is exactly, how to find your consultancy. Okay. So because whenever you are finding some fake experience, what and all information which consultancy you need to keep. Okay. Importance of SAP certification, how to prepare your profile, what are the career opportunities are there, how to negotiate your salary, different kind of documentation, goal setting, smart ideas, and running notes, help documents. Okay. All the things which is part of our course. So there are few folks who are attending this class only for when I'm telling that it's a free sessions. Few folks are trying to attend this class, and after that they are not going to join. Okay, I'm happy even though they're not going to join in my class. But if you want to crack the interviews, you must learn these things. Like what is mean by foreign currency means like you need to tell that automation of foreign currency. Today the dollar rate is this much. Tomorrow the dollar rate is this much. One day it is increasing. One day it is decreasing. How the system knows the rates automatically? There is a OB08 wherein you are going to update the transaction. It is manual intervention. If the OB08 person is absent for a week, so what you are going to do? Even though if you're not updating the rates per half an hour, there are lakhs of transaction which will be impacting. So that whenever the rates are changing, your system should change the rates automatically. What to do and how it will be effectively working into SAP. That you need to learn. Automatic payment program is only people are telling F110 and FBZP configuration. If you're talking only F110 and FBZP configuration, which is completely incorrect. Try to understand when you are making any payment, that payment need to be debited from your account and credited to the employees or vendors accounts. How everything will happen automatically. So an example, you guys are when whoever is working into jobs, so they are getting salaries. So all people are getting salaries at a time. Same day you are getting the salaries. How all the people are getting same time? There should be some backend. So whenever the customer is trying to execute FBZP configuration, that file, the payment file need to be converted according to the banker requirement, which we are going to discuss, which we are going to design as part of DME configuration. In addition to that, there are further transaction codes also there. There is a OBPM1, a BPM, OBPM4, and also we need to work with the PA consultant. We need to work with the FSCM consultant. We need to work with XI consultant. So during this process, you need to work with the different people. So what exactly your role with those people? That we need to understand. EBRS, Electronic Bank Reconciliation Statement. So here also, all the times your bank book and passbook, both the accounts are both books are not tallying. So this because of this differences, there is a huge impact in your financials. So to avoid such kind of thing, SAP provided electronically bank reconciliation statement. Whenever the file comes automatically, so how the file is uploading into your SAP system and how the entries are updating into your system. What is AEC and investment module? So AEC means asset under construction. You have a one factory, you have a one plant wherein you are manufacturing 100 bikes. Your bike quality is good and you are doing on-time delivery and your quality is good, your price is reasonable. Because of your goodwill, next year onwards, you got a double product requirement. So that means 100 bikes to 200 bikes. So that overnight your business cannot able to change that business. How you can able to do that one? So that they're giving certain money, the management releasing certain fund. That funds need to be diverted into different areas. I'll tell for normal concept. In our houses, marriages are happening. So when you're when you're doing that marriage, so you need to think about the functional cost. You need to think about the cameraman cost, videographer cost, or else a priest cost, or else you need to think about return gifts cost, food expenditure, so that you are going to split that money into different things. Finally, when you are adding all these expenditure, which is part of your marriage expenditure, let's example metro projects. 3 years or 4 years continuously they are doing this business. They are doing this. They are building this tracks. Okay, so for that maybe it takes 4 years or 5 years. Throughout the year, throughout the journey, they are keep on making the payments. So that as after certain period, after 6 months or after 1 year, what is the status? How much work in progress as on today which is completed? You should be in a position to tell that concept. New general ledger accounting. So new general account means just people are telling document splitting. Not only document splitting, you need to understand the legal requirements of, because when you are expanding your business other than your country, you want to control your other country transactions also. How you can do that? By using new GL account, you can able to control your other country transactions. Wherever you go, whenever you go for interviews, everybody is asking about the differences between ECC and HANA. So if you're telling that business partner is changed, or else in GL account cost element concept is included, or else somebody is telling that a new asset accounting is there. So you are telling about the only few changes about HANA, but real time you have to tell that why SAP stopped selling about ECC product. What is the advantages of HANA? If the client is not using HANA, what is the impact to what is the impact to your, so whenever you are attending any interviews, mandatory people are asking that what is the difference between a ECC and HANA. So few changes you are explaining, but you need to understand the logic behind why SAP stopped selling ECC product, why they introduced new product called HANA. Okay, that we will discuss in detail. And Dunning is nothing but a reminder letter to your customer and vendors. So whenever you are sending any letter to your customer or vendor, that time if I want to design that letter according to the customer requirement. So I want my logo need to be printed in my covering letter. My authorized signature should be required in my covering letter, or else I want to design my own format. So if such kind of questions when people are asking, so you can't able to explain that. The next bills of exchange. Bills of exchange. What do you mean by bills of exchange? It's kind of LC, letter of credit. So when you're trying to procure the material from, when you're trying to import the material from other country to India, so that time you don't know the customer, you don't know the vendor. So the vendor may not believe that you are making the payment to him or not. So what they are doing? So between you and your vendor, there is a mediatory concept is there, which is a bank. So you need, once you collect the material, once you receive the material at your ports or air cargoes, you have to make the payment to your banker. The banker will be giving the documents to you, and they'll be handing the documents to the they'll be handing the payment to the vendor. This is called bills of exchange. Your your invoices need to be exchanged. So during that time, here bank is working as a mediatory concept. So when bank is working as a mediatory, so they're going to charge some monies. What it is, you need to understand the whole concept. Again, month and year end transaction, BP synchronization, validations, and substitution. So this slide many times I used to share in our WhatsApp groups. each and every topic, minimum to minimum, you should be in a position to tell 5 minutes. If somebody is asking you to explain foreign currency for half an hour, will you able to take the topic for half an hour? Any topic. So whenever you are able to, explain half an hour of each and every topic, then job is yours. If you're not able to explain that concept, even though one or two topics are 10 topics, you don't know 11th topic. If you're not telling the concept, 11th topic is not correct, definitely you may not able to get the opportunities. So this, what are these topics? What are this mainly interior focus into these areas? I'll focus on these areas, and especially I'll be giving these topics to each and every student. So they need to explain the topic. So example, today I'll be giving this task to team A, team B, team C. I'll be giving foreign currency revaluation for team A, APP with team B, EBRS with team C. So that on weekend, it is a revision session. You are going to hear all the topics. One person is going to talk about general ledger accounting, one person is talking about account payable, one person is talking about account receivable. So for your practice, whenever you need to give a this reverse kind of presentation, that time, for example, today I'm explaining around 60 slides or 50 slides to you, but by that time, you need to split the tasks. Maybe if you're giving 10 slides, 3 slides or 4 slides are going to prepare one person, another 3 slides are prepared by another person. You need to prepare the consolidated documentation and you have to give a reverse class. Whenever you are whenever you are adding some points in your presentation, so automatically you start thinking that. So whenever you're talking in front of others, your confidence level will be improved. Since you guys are not doing this kind of concept, so that I am doing on behalf of you, on behalf of, I'm explaining, and I'm trying to ask the question from all of you. With this, your confidence level, communication level, and presentation skills, everything will be improved. So those, I'm telling that those who are attending this class for first time only for time pass, not time pass, you who want to understand the subject. So they, for them, I'm telling that if you're good into all these areas, definitely you can able to crack the interviews. Plus, you need to understand each and every topics. Minimum, you have to prepare minimum 2 to 5 lines of each and every topic. What is client, what is company code, fiscal year, chart of account, posting period variant, tolerance group, field status group. These topics I will explain. So I'll keep one slide here, SAP image one side, and I'll explain this one. I'll try to explain the topics in detail to you, so that the conceptual knowledge, business knowledge, I'm going to share to all of you. These topics, I identified around 100 topics. So that 100 topics, I'm going to give my own documentation. I'll give it to you. So whenever I'm sharing the documents, do not disclose the documents to any of your friends. The reason behind that, if you are sharing to your friends, for me nothing will happen. Indirectly, you are going to create your who is that competitor. For example, you and me both are attending for an interviews. You paid the money and you get the knowledge. Your friend did not pay and you transferred this knowledge, your documentation to him. So by seeing your documentation, he prepared, and you are not going to get an opportunity. You don't know that again that fellow is going to transfer to someone else. So because of that reason, whenever I'm explaining these topics, I used to give this document to my students, and I request all the people, do not share these documents to anyone. Because your competitors mean among ourselves, we should be competitors. You should not fight with the outers are not our competitors, because we all are running behind. We are lagging for money. We all need money only. Okay, if you want such kind of things, do not share some of the important documents which I'm going to share to all of you. So don't share to anybody. Still, if you want to understand the section effectively, don't join this class. Not only today, regularly also don't join the class into mobile. Because when you're seeing the classes into your mobile, It is very small, these things. Be patient, wait till end of the session. You are going to get many more information. Once you get a SAP FSCO job, start earning money means every day is your festival. Okay. When you're not having money every day, you are feeling sad. You are feeling unhappy. So that put your efforts. Why I'm telling that minimum 3 to 6 months means SAP is not a small topic. Though I have around 28 years out of that 17 years of experience in SAP, still many years I'm lagging. Even though I used to learn many topics till today. It's a ocean. Hardly I know 1% knowledge in SAP. Just question yourself how much knowledge you have. Your essay, your domain course, your intermediate for your accounting learnings, basics, you attended for 2 years. Your graduation, 3 years. Your post graduation, 2 years. 7 years you spent for your accounting knowledge. But 3 months, if you did SAP FSCO course, and when you're not practicing, how are you going to expect a job? So that minimum you should stick for uh, three after completion of your course, minimum 6 months to 1 year you have to practice. Then only you'll get a job. After completion of your SAP FSCO course, somebody is telling that SAP is tough, so don't join SAP FSCO. Some other course you take other course. When they're telling like that, automatically people are changing their mindset. So once you join the course, stick on that one till you get a job. My sincere request is don't depend on proxies. Why I'm telling that you don't depend on proxies means if you're depending on proxies, if you're depending on proxies, the problem will be the person who is attending the interviews on behalf of, they are earning money. And when you're paying some money to background people, so they are tie with other people and finally uh, with their influence, they're going to give an opportunities to you. After getting that opportunities, if you're not having knowledge, you can't able to survive. So to avoid such kind of things, what I'm telling that here itself, you have to, before attending the job itself, you have to grab the knowledge, create confidence levels, develop your communication skills, do your best presentations. So whenever you do all the things, definitely you can rock. And you should know first why people are struggling to get SAP FSA jobs. Market condition is very slow, and recent elections in US, there are many wars are going on. There are a lot of global crisis, recession, corona effects. All the things are affecting to IT market. Maximum people are focusing only single module, either FI, either CO, or some specific module. Project systems. According to the market demand, minimum you require 2 modules. If possible, you need to learn 3 modules also. Then only your profile is having weightage, such as like FI and CO, FI, FSCM, FI project systems, FI and fund management. Whenever you're having additional skills, definitely your profile is having weightage. Very poor communication skills. People are not uh, able to impress the interviewer. You're thinking that I'm answering that. When your answers are not up to the mark, the interviewer may not uh, felt happy with your answers. So that you think that I have given my best, but interviewer is not satisfied, so that he is rejecting. The first impression is the best impression. So previously, when I used to talk about the chart of accounts, how you are telling that is it relevant to that subject or not? Is it relevant to that subject or not? That you need to that you have to understand. And projection of your job responsibility in appropriate manner. What is mean by projection of your responsibilities? First of all, you people don't know how to prepare your profile. Okay. You're collecting some profiles from your friends, copying, pasting. So what tasks are there as part of implementation? What tasks are there as part of support? So if you don't know what exactly the real time people are doing, how are you going to update your profile? How are you going to update the points in your profile? And how are you going to talk in front of the interviewer? So if copy paste, the person whoever prepared the profile, for he himself can able to answer. But when you are copying the points, example, you just copy this screenshot. After some time, when you are trying to check this one, what Bhaskar is telling, definitely you may not understand this one. If you listen when I'm telling this talk, when I'm sharing the screen, and whenever you're listening these topics, if you're listening all the things, definitely it is a weightage. Just copying is not going to help. Lack of SAP practice. Minimum, I'm telling that 5 to 10 company codes. Question yourself how many end-to-end company codes you practiced. If you're not practicing end-to-end, how are you going to understand the full concept? If you're not having, if you're not doing proper practice, definitely it is a tough task. Instead of self-preparation, depending on proxy interviews and expecting paid opportunity for jobs. And keep accumulating the materials but not downloading the documents. Whenever I send so many documents, have you downloaded the documents? Have you opened the documents? Once you read the document, have you prepared any content? See, getting the documents, keeping in your job, in your laptops, or keeping in your mails is not going to, it is not going to help. So you have to open the documents, you have to see this, you have to read the document. Once you read the documents, what content is there? That content you have to prepare either in Notepad or Excel or Word documents. So when you are writing by yourself, automatically your brain is telling something. So your subject is going to store in your brain. But if you're copying some documents, what you're going to get? Are you really improving in knowledge by discussing with other consultants? So you are there into this WhatsApp groups. You are having more than 1,000 people group. 1,000 people consultants are there. Consultants are job seekers. So many people are there. When you're not talking with them, how are you going to improve your knowledge? Instead of business process, focusing only theory part. Question yourself, whatever I'm telling that whether it is it correct or not. If you're not, if you're following like this, how are you going to get a job? There is a huge tough situation is going on because of all these crises. So you should be very sharp. If you're not sharp, how are you going to get a job? Now, how to overcome such kind of things? Whatever I'm telling that, try this for 1 month and check your confidence levels, whether you are able to overcome your problems or not. First of all, do not disappoint by yourself. Be confident. Fortune 500 companies are ready to provide SAP opportunities. Okay, because one interview you are failure, two interviews you are failure, 10 interviews are failure. Nothing will happen. 11th company you can able definitely will crack. First interview itself, if you are scary and if you're not attending the interviews, how are you going to how are you going to develop the confidence? So don't disappoint yourself. Be confident. Let it be 5 companies or 10 companies or failure. 11th company is going to give an opportunities. Already market is up. There are few folks already getting a jobs, and there are many third-party companies are recruiting. Market is good. Okay, having this many years of experience, recently I got opportunities. If market is tough, definitely I also won't get any job. Need to prepare very seriously, like 2 hours or 1 hour, as and when tomorrow interview is there. If you open the book, nothing is going in your brain. You have to focus 6 hours seriously. Then only you will be strong into the subject. You have to set your goal, make it proper plan, jump into work. Okay. So whatever the areas you have chosen, you stick on that. Don't come out because your brother is telling something, your sister is telling that, your uncle is telling that one. So don't do SAP FICO job, come to Oracle, come to testing tools. Don't think like that. whatever the course you did SAP FSO, which is having huge demand in the market, till you reach your destination, you stick on that. Then only you will get opportunities. Not only SAP job, even though whoever is doing business, for them also I'm telling that. So don't change your mind here and there. So whenever you're doing something, your product information should reach to all the customers. If your product, you are thinking that I have done best quality, but still I'm unable to sell. Customer doesn't know that you are having that best quality. To reach that word to customer, sometimes maybe 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, you should have patience. Similarly, in SAP also you need some patience. Success occurs when opportunity meet the preparation. Without proper preparation, if you're trying for success, like what is mean by different opportunities? Requesting God, God give me some opportunities. Okay, God give me. They should ask easy questions only. They should not jump into business scenarios. They have to ask only GL related topics. That is like if you're not preparing properly, we need to depend on the God or proxy interviews or third party people or paid monies. So don't do all the things. Definitely huge opportunities are there. Next month for next 6 months, forget all the important events. Grab your friends from similar module who are having similar GL like you. You need to identify that friend. Sit together and practice together, discuss together. Understand the concept, discuss among yourself. Okay, so definitely you're going to get a job. Failures are part of our life. If you don't fail, you don't learn. You will never change. Whenever something happens to you, definitely you start thinking that I want to change. Please remove negative thoughts from your mind. Choose S4 opportunities are there. So to get SAP FSCO job, you have to focus on all this. These four things are very important. One is knowledge, one is presentation, one is communication, and another one is confidence. Okay. What do you mean by knowledge? So the knowledge you are going to get by doing education, by solutioning or analysis, by doing information experience learning, which is part of your knowledge. How do you get this knowledge? To get job, first you need to acquire business knowledge. So whatever I said, na, APP or DME configuration or foreign currency revaluation, all are business process. First, you need to acquire that knowledge properly. As a SAP FSU consultant, mandatory to recall and understand accounting system. So whenever you're trying to book any kind of transaction, what is debit, what is credit? If you're not clear about that areas, I'm telling you, no use. You need to understand about the legal requirement. What is government requirement? What is your manager requirement? So they're going to talk about all the things. How different industries are working, like manufacturing companies, how these companies are working, banking companies, pharma sector, service sector. You are going to see huge industries, how that industries are working. So once you understand the logic, you have to map your SAP knowledge. If you're not having that business knowledge, how you can able to map? If you know only SAP without understanding these topics, it is difficult to clear the technical interviews. So knowledge is very essential. So how do you, what knowledge is you required? Industry knowledge, business knowledge, challenges, opportunities, risk, methods, computations. Okay. So detailed knowledge about the industry segments, knowledge on business and operation dynamics, challenges, risk, opportunities of industries segments, knowledge of competitive environment, economy and business environment, industry specific business requirement, all are knowledge. Leadership skills, domain knowledge, function knowledge, technical skills. Domain knowledge is a knowledge about the environment in which IT system operates. Okay, so that business knowledge very important. Once you have the knowledge, definitely you will able to understand the business requirement and you can map into system. Why knowledge is essential for FSM job? By working accounting, how you are going to get industry? By working accounting industries, you are going to get that knowledge. By working with chartered accountant firm, you are going to get the knowledge. Creating interested friend circle who are having similar thoughts like you're going to get the knowledge. Before practicing the concept, you need to think why do we complete this configuration? You're going to get the knowledge. Exploring business knowledge by searching social networks. Like instead of searching political news or cricket news or some other news, you search about industry industry behavior. In Google and YouTube, you use that networks into for your business. Not only FSO modules, you need to focus on other modules like CO, MM, SD, HR, PP. So minimum you should have a knowledge into other cross modules. Minimum 10 company codes configured, at least 5 company codes must. Before stepping into SAP FSO job, minimum 1 year, you need to struggle. Then you'll get a job. Presentation skills. If I'm holding 30 plus people for past 1.5 hours, how I'm able to hold this? If I'm giving value addition to you, I can hold the people. When you are presenting to us, so that time also you have to prepare like that. If I need to take the interior attention, how best you are going to talk, which is nothing but presentation skills. Like wearing dress also very important, which color you are wearing. So all the things are very, very important. Importance of communication skills in the corporate world. Effective communication helps to understand the person's situation in a better way. For example, if we used to talk in our mother tongue may not be understandable to the interviewer and the client also. If you're talking in your mother tongue, if the client is not understanding your language, how he's going to give an opportunities? So communication, when you're communicating, so you used to talk your mother tongue with your friend circle, with your family members. But mother tongue is usually only within our personal relations. When you go for professional, definitely you require other mandatory. You need to focus on English. So that communication. So when you are discussing among yourself, when you are giving presentation, so your presentation, your communication, your confidence levels, everything I'm going to increase you. So how do you get whenever you're doing WhatsApp chat, you don't use into your mother tongue. Start chatting in English. Let it be wrong. So how are you going to get that? Whenever you're drafting a mail, TV, print media, telecommunications, radio, face-to-face, internet, social networking. So from all these different sources, you're going to get knowledge. You're going to develop your communication skills. Confidence. So why confidence is the matter in the corporate world? Okay. Why it is matter in the corporate world means because you're telling some answers. Even though you're telling some correct answers, I want to confuse you. So whenever I'm trying to confuse you, I'll ask this repeated question. Is it correct? So whenever I'm talking the same question second time, the positive becomes negative. Okay. So the confidence, communications, everything I'm going to develop. And today's class is not a demonstration. Please join the class on time. Every day, the class is almost 2 hours. So to finalize my students, for 3-4 days, I'm going to take this 8:30 to 10:30 times. After that, the regular time will be 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Reason behind that time is because I need to consider about the job holders. If I'm taking 8:30 to 10:30 means only few folks can able to attend. But the people who are want to job holders, if they want to attend, I need to think about 7 to 9 a.m. There are few people who are attending from US also. For them, even though 7 a.m. is evening times, if I'm taking 8:30 to 9:30, again, it is a tough for those people. So that considering those people and according to my availability, so I'm planning this class 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. The total duration of this course is around 3 months. Till end of the session, don't miss single session. Never join the class on your mobile. Connect through systems. Check your internet connections, chargings. Change your mindset from listening to start asking the questions. Be a guide to others. Ready to teach. Like be a self motivator. If you are ready to spare minimum 6 hours for next 3 months, then only my sections are helpful. Don't transfer single information from this group to outers. Nothing will happen to me. Okay. The problem is for you. You only going to create your competitors. So till end of the course, don't treat me like I'm a trainer. Treat me like I'm your family member, friend, philosopher, guide, etc. Maximum knowledge I'm going to share in the next 3 months. Focus on business knowledge, communication, confidence, and presentation skills. If you are overcome all the things, definitely you're going to get tremendous knowledge. Before end of the class, I can create. I will develop. End of this 3 month session, I can create and I will develop 100% confidence levels that you can able to crack the interviews. Okay. So, and you can able to stay in the real-time job also. That kind of confidence and subject I'm going to create you. So tomorrow I'm going to take about, we'll jump into SAP topics, like brief history about who are the founders of SAP, what is how SAP evolution started, and what is the future demand, how to we need to understand about recap about HANA systems. Okay, so how many customers are there? What is future demand? How SAP is coming in innovative model. You need to talk about how to talk about yourself. So what are the different kind of websites are there for online learnings, websites for resume preparation, so top websites for interview preparations. Okay, so how to repeated my repeated reminders to all the students to get an opportunities. All these things are very, very important. So there are few sites are there. Tomorrow I'm going to talk each and everything. I'll show each and everything. So what and all documents you need to cover, collected, how to prepare your profile. Okay. So you need to set up your goal, certification, salaries, all the things. So tomorrow class, I'm going to explain you. Okay. So recall alert for this today's call. Be positive, never disappoint by yourself. Don't forget your target, accept the failure, set a goal and do proper planning. Every day you need to upgrade yourself. Use social networks for your career, not for your entertainment. Practice gratitude, affirmations, and forgiveness. Don't waste your valuable time on gossips. Okay. There are few folks who are asking about the payment information. This course, I'm going to charge 20,000. Uh, Initially, I used to give free sessions till 2022, but people are misuse that opportunities. So whenever I'm giving this talk, classes, free sessions, people are not taking seriously. They are thinking that it is for my self, uh, it's my interest base. I used to conduct these sessions. And sometimes they, most of the time, students only missing the sessions. And sometimes due to my personal problems, I also need to take a break. So once we are taking a break for 2 to 3 days, automatically lazy will be coming. So whenever we are having committed, like if I'm collecting money from you, I am also having committed, and at the same time, you also having committed. Okay, we are very serious and dedicated to learn this course. Means remember three things. It's not only paid money and getting the job. After paying the money, if you're expecting a job, means it is. I'm not the person who is telling like all other institute people. If you did a say my course, you're going to get a job. I'm not going to tell like that. Whatever the topic which I'm explaining you, you have to listen and you have to deliver reverse. Whatever the hints I'm giving to you, you have to follow that. So then only I can able to create your confidence levels. Definitely you can able to get a job and you can able to survive in real time also. In my previous demo session, I have shared my student feedbacks, which companies they got opportunities, what kind of feedbacks they are given. There are many folks who are there into my WhatsApp group only. They joined from our WhatsApp group and they got a jobs. Okay. So it's only listening, paying the money, I'll get a job means my sincere request, don't pay and don't join this course. Earlier, almost 3 years, I have given free service, but maximum people are misunderstand. Release after that, release and understand nothing will come free in the universe, even though you will not take it very seriously. Both of us not having responsibility are very serious. Even single T is chargeable. Okay, single payment, no installment. Here also, I failed whenever I gave installments to students. Students are not able to stand their words actually. Before joining the class, they are promising that, sir, I'm going to make the payment by end of this month. After end of this month, uh, whenever I ask that person, they're telling that, sir, I did not get money. I'll give it to you. After two times, three times, they're skipping the class actually. After putting lot of efforts and I'm trying to groom you people, and if you're suddenly leaving the group, what is the benefit for me? Why I need to spend this? See, one class itself, it is taking 60 slides every day. Means just think that how many slides I need to prepare. So that whenever I'm putting the efforts, these topics are completely, you are not going to get any areas. Even though you search in Google, YouTube, or any famous trainer, you are not going to get, they are not going to cover all these areas. They'll focus only on the topic. So the topics, whenever you want, you can search in Google and YouTube, you'll get that knowledge. You will yourself observe tomorrow's class, how many people are going to continue this class. Because since I said that money, so that you today, how many people are there, tomorrow how many people are going to there, you will see. Because most of the students are expecting free services. Okay, what you will get from this course for SAP practice purpose, we'll share SAP practice videos. I'm going to share that videos to you. By seeing the document videos, you can able to practice. Running class notes, whenever I used to explain the topics in PPT and Excel, that documents, I'll convert this PPT into PDF and give it to you. Okay. And also whenever I'm explaining into running notes, notepads, immediately the same day I'm going to share you. Once the students are finalized, the total team will be divided into groups, and you need to discuss among yourself, and weekend you have to give a reverse sessions. You'll get confidence on SAP that you can clear the interview and stay in real time. I'll explain you business knowledge, and I'm going to develop your confidence, communication, and presentation skills. If you love to continue this class means you need to pay. Also, you like this means please share this to your real hungers. In addition to that, we are going to help your profile, how to update your profile into LinkedIn. You just think that I know how to do this one. So on keywords, what keywords you have to update in your profile, and how to prepare your profile, how to build your confidence level, how to develop your communication skills, everything which is going to explain by Sai Kiran. Okay. So topics wise, I will explain your confidence, communications, everything my colleague is going to take in care in the weekends. Okay. And weekends, you people need to come with the preparation. Okay, that's all for today's class. Okay, if you're having any questions, you may start asking the questions.